So we're taking a look at problem number 2 here. As I'm working on these, I notice that they are both already in slope-intercept form. Okay? For those of you who need a quick little reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, b being my y-intercept, m being my slope. So on this first equation here, my y-intercept is -1, and my slope is -1/2. So when I go to graph it, I'm going to go down to -1, plot that point, and I'll be going down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2. Always try to go to the right whenever possible. So then we'll try to make this as precise as possible. Make that line a little straighter. And then we'll do our second one. So on this problem, my y-intercept is -4 and my slope is 1/4. So I'm going to go to the point -4, plot that, and then I'll be going up 1 to the right 4. And then if we can't go right anymore, you can always go down and to the left. So it's a negative movement. So down 1 to the left 4. Okay? And then we will draw that line as well. So the solution to that set is the point where they cross at, and that is going to be this point right here. So at that that's our ordered pair. That ordered pair is 4, -3. They're written as x, y. So the x coordinate and the y coordinate. Now, it wants us to check it on our homework. That's what the directions say, is to check it. For the check, I'm going to be taking our original equations and plugging in our ordered pair over here for those to just check to make sure those are solutions. So I do that by taking -3 and plugging that in for y and 4 in for x. So 1/2 and 4 in for that. So when I go to simplify this, I've got -3 equals the 4 goes to a 2, 2 goes to 1. Multiply that across, I got 2 minus 1. -3. Oh, this is a -1/2 out here. I almost got caught up. -3 equals -2, because this becomes a -2 right here. Minus 1. -3 equals -3. That checks. I can do that again for the second problem. So I again have -3 equals 1/4 times 4 minus 4. Go to work this out. I've got -3 equals 1 over, well, I know that the 4 can cancel to a 1 and the 4 there can go to a 1. So when I multiply those across, I get 1 minus 4. -3 equals 1 minus 4, which then we got -3 equals -3, and that checks. Again, so on this line up here, on your worksheet, you'll be writing this ordered pair right here, because we proved that it works. We're taking a look at problem number 8 here, and on problem number 8, they're again written in slope-intercept form. So I can just start by plotting the first one. I know my intercept is -3 and my slope is 1/3. So I can plot the point -3. And then from there I'll go up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. And we've got that line right there. That's my first one. That's this one. And then for the second one, I know my intercept is 1 and my slope is -1 just from looking at that in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to go up 1, and then I'm going to be going down 1 and to the right, down 1 to the right, down 1 to the right, down 1 to the right. I just want to keep plotting these points until I know they will intersect, and then I will graph that line. So right now it looks like the solution to my set is 3, -2. Again, we got to check that though. So I'm going to do that. I've got 3 equals 1/3. No. The x coordinate is -2. So I've got -2 equals 1/3 times 3 minus 3. When I go to work these out, the 3's cancel. So I've got -2 equals 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is -2. So -2 equals -2. That checks. I'll do the second one. I've got -2 equals -3 because it's saying the opposite of x, even though it's positive down here. -3 plus 1. -2 equals -2. That checks again. So on that line, I'll be putting this ordered pair. Lastly, here we're taking a look at problem number 16. Now these are a little different than the other ones. 16 is in standard form here. Standard form. Ax plus by equals c. Now there's two ways to do this. You can solve it for y and put it back into slope-intercept form, or you can find the intercepts. I'm going to find the intercepts. That comes really easy to me for these types of problems. So I've got the equation here. 4x plus 2y equals 8. First, I'm going to start by finding my x-intercept. So I'm going to make my y a 0. When it's 4x plus 2 times 0 equals 8. 4x equals 8. X is 2. X value is 2 there. I'll plot that point, 2, 0. Then when I go to make my x is 0, I've got 4 times 0 plus 2y equals 8. When I divide by, so I've got 2y equals 8, then you divide by 2, and I got y equals 4. So over here we got a 4. So I'll go over 0, up 4, and I'll plot that point, and then we'll make this first line by connecting these. Try to make that as straight as possible. Then for this next one, I'll be doing the same thing over here. So I've got I've got 3x minus y equals 1. Equals 1. So from here, to me, when it's got a y by itself, I'm going to recognize that I am going to want to put this one into slope-intercept form. So to do that, I've got a minus 3x from both sides, and I've got a negative y equals a negative 3x plus 1. Once I'm here, I got to divide by that -1, that imaginary 1 here, and divide by -1. And remember that I'm dividing this piece and this piece to get my final answer will be y equals 3x minus 1. So then I will go over to my graph over here on the right, and I know my intercept will be -1. So I'll plot that point, and I'll be going up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, and I'll draw that line. Now from this, we can tell that the solution to our set is going to be at this point right here. So that point is 1, 2. Again, we're going to need to check that. So I'll do those checks down here. I've got 4 times 1 plus 2 times 2 equals 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That checks because 8 equals 8. And then I've got 3 times 1 plus, nope, that's a minus. 3 times 1 minus 2 equals 1. To get 3 minus 2 equals 1, 1 equals 1. That checks again as well. So this is your solution set here, your ordered pair that you'll be writing down.